Welcome. It's planting time where I live in the summer. I'm surrounded by fields that have been plowed and seeded. I'm amazed at how all those plowed and nicely raked fields look so barren one day, but then the next day are filled with little green somethings that pop up from the ground all over the fields. Farmers plant them, but don't see how they are developing until they've grown large enough to be seen. Then they can relax because those little green sprouts belong. A harvest is coming. Jesus loved to use parables to get through to people like us. He was fully aware that all too often we seem to look, but we don't see, and seem to hear, but we don't listen or understand. In short, we don't get what Jesus is trying to plant in us. So he tells a story. Next Sunday's gospel offers us a few Jesus stories about seeds, their growth, and the amazing potential of their eventual size and the fruits they bring forth when they are planted where they belong. Prophet Ezekiel weighs in, describing someone cutting a tender shoot from high on a cedar tree so he can plant it and watch it become a majestic manifestation of all kinds of beauty. Jesus tells such stories and uses such images, hoping to catch our attention and get us thinking. Most especially, he uses such parables to help us get what the kingdom of God is about. Can you explain the kingdom of God to your children and grandchildren, for example? If you can't, perhaps you still don't know what it means for yourself. So this is a good time for us all to both look and see, hear and listen, so we'll get what Jesus means. Jesus came to get us committed to the work of God. That work is to fill all people with life and love, with good news and good intentions, with a determination to become better, so together we can make the world a better place where all know and feel we belong. God has been at it for some 14 billion years now. The steady evolution of the universe and life on the planet and the steady growth of love and wisdom in each and all of us, some people call the Christ Project. It's Jesus' work. Others call it the Trinity Project because all three persons of the one holy God started something they want to see become all that it can be, bringing forth blessings for all creatures. Where we are is amazing. Where we are headed will be even more amazing. One of the points of the parables about the cedar, the mustard seed, and the soil is that Jesus needs us to be farmers involved in that work. The Christ Project will get better done and sooner if we make up our minds to help develop and complete it, making better here and now the kingdom of God's love. That means we have to listen and see and keep learning how we seed our world with love. Our doing so by working with Jesus is the basis of living with hope. Being effective comes from allowing the seed to be planted in us and nurtured so that we can then plant it in others. We can make a significant contribution to the project by planting it in others so they feel part of the project, part of the harvest. We don't get to build the kingdom of God. God builds it through us. We help or hinder progress. Lucky us. We get to work with Jesus because he's a good storyteller, a good farmer, and a real kingdom builder, fostering life in us all and making us all feel we belong.